The British Airways i360 pod is 4.7 metres high and 18 metres wide. It is made almost entirely of glass and weighs 90 tonnes. The pod is designed and built by Poma Sigma, Europe's leading cable car and ski lift manufacturer. Marks Barfield Architects worked with Poma Sigma to create the 32 London Eye capsules, so it made complete sense to bring them in to realise the pod design. It was a huge milestone for the team when the 24 handmade sections of the pod were fitted together at the Poma Sigma workshop in the French Alps. Each section is handmade from Italian glass, and so to check that the fit was perfect, the team had to fit the pod onto a fake chassis that matched the one already fitted around the tower in Brighton.
What Poma have done with our designs is absolutely amazing. You have to pinch yourself and realise that it's all handmade. It's like a handmade Rolls-Royce or a Bugatti. The quality of the workmanship, the fluidity of the glass. You can look at the renders and the drawings, but not until you see it in reality do you realise how amazing it really is.
Today I'm very proud because we have been able to install the last part to fit the 360 degree of the pod. And it's a great achievement for the Poma Group and for Sigma to be able to produce this equipment. All the technical aspect of this part is reaching the limit of the technology of today.
This is the first time I've seen it. I've seen photographs, and I think that the main thing is the size of it. Obviously I knew how big it was going to be from the drawings, but it is an enormous room. It's going to be quite stunning, I think, when it's finally finished and in place.
To ease prefabrication and transport, Poma constructed the pod in 24 floor sectors, 24 glazed superstructure sectors, and 12 inner wall arc sections. The floor sections arrived first. These contain the conditioning units, communication and safety systems. From the outside, these systems are concealed from view by mirrored glass on the underside of the pod.
Each section is bolted to a red frame that we call the chassis. And once we install one section, for example the north one, we have to install the opposite one to balance the weight on the chassis. Installing the pod should take like 2 months and a half. If the weather is good, it probably will take a little bit more time. If the weather is bad, we try our best to do it as fast as possible.
On January the 13th, 2016, the construction team attached the final superstructure segment. The double-curved, double-glazed, laminated sections of glass create the recognisable pod shape. And as the final piece of the jigsaw was fitted, the team, along with a host of onlookers, finally had a chance to see the breathtaking futuristic glass viewing pod take shape on the tower.
It's been amazing. They've actually built all the sides of the pod in just over a week. They only started just here in the new year. And it's been quite a challenge because they've been battling some really difficult weather conditions. They've only been able to lift the pod segments whenever we've had a drop in the wind. But luckily today we've had amazing weather, so it's gone really well. So we're on track to open this summer, but before then we're going to be doing our first test flights as early as the end of March. There's still quite a lot of work to do inside the pod. We need to add the floor, we need to add all the electrical services like the air conditioning, we need to add the balustrade. We've got a higher one for adults and a little low one for kids. And then we've got to add the sky bar and all the seating. And probably one of the most important things is we need to add all the wiring, and that's going to connect to a Poma control room inside the beach building. And all of that work takes about 2 months, and after that we'll be able to do our first test flights. First of all with sandbags, and then with some of the project team.